Hi guys, so I'm going to read Detective Comics number 259. So it's the first appearance of Calendar Man. Calendar Man's kind of a complicated villain because there's depictions of him that have him as like a really goofy character, and then there's other depictions where he's like the newer ones where he's much more serious and he's like a serial killer and stuff like that. That was invented by Batman the Long Halloween. The more evil version of him, which I'll read that comic one day, or the series of comics. But yeah, his most prolific appearances were in Batman Arkham City. He was in that game. You could go to the jailhouse, Two-Face's jailhouse, and talk to him underneath the jailhouse, and he'd say different things. Per date, like on a holiday. Like if it was Christmas, he'd say something about Christmas, and if it was Thanksgiving, he'd say something about that. He was also in the Suicide Squad movie that recently came out, but it was more as like a cameo appearance. But I think he was portrayed by James Gunn's brother, I think, in that. But anyway, Batman and Robin face the challenge of a bizarre foe, the Calendar Man.
Get back, Robin. He's become a man of fire, like the summer sun he's portraying.
Batman with Robin the Boy Wonder.
Look, Batman, it's the Calendar Man, wearing a costume suggesting the winter season.
In the past, Batman and Robin have fought and conquered many fantastic criminals, but now they are faced by a bizarre bandit who is 5 criminals in one. A bandit who wears 5 costumes. A bandit who plans his crimes to fit 5 seasons. What? You say there are only 4 seasons. That's what Batman thought too, until he accepted the challenge of the Calendar Man. All over Gotham City, startling headlines shocked the populace. Gotham Gazette, Calendar Man challenges Batman. Anonymous letter promises 4 successful robberies in 4 days. Each day to correspond to a season of the year, plus 1 extra for a 5th season, to start with spring crime today. And in the home of wealthy Bruce Wayne and his young ward Dick Grayson, who are secretly Batman and Robin.
Another crook who wants to make himself a reputation by outsmarting me? 5 seasons.
But that's crazy, Bruce. Everyone knows that there are only 4 seasons. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. What can the 5th season be?
We'll worry about it later. Right now, let's concentrate on its first intended crime. What does spring suggest to you, Dick?
It's the time when leaves turn green. The time of spring flowers.
Soon after, the sleek Batmobile speeds to the Gotham Exhibition Hall.
If we're right, the Calendar Man will strike here for the gate receipts.
Boss, look, Batman!
That's him, Robin, the Calendar Man, costumed as spring, and he's got the gate receipts.
Swiftly, the Calendar Man and his hirelings dart into the hall housing the International Garden Show.
Batman's got the exhibition guards blocking the main 4 exits. We'll have to try for the balcony.
Like 2 panthers, Batman and Robin pursue their quarry up a scale model of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Hurry, Robin. We can't let them get to the balcony exits.
There, amid the ancient setting, the modern crime fighters close in.
This will take some of the spring out of you.
Sensing defeat, the Calendar Man desperately turns and flees.
At least he didn't get the money he was after.
Stay with it, Robin. I'm going after him.
Outside,
a getaway car, waiting for him. Well, no matter how fast he is, he can't outspeed the Batmobile.
Indeed, minutes later, as the Batmobile rockets after the getaway car,
he'll be right on top of me before that green traffic light turns red. But I've prepared for such an emergency.
Making a sudden turn into the intersection, the Calendar Man points a powerful spray gun back at the red traffic light.
Now I'll just turn that red light into green with the spray. Ha 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 ha. Seeing the green light, the cross traffic starts moving, right in front of the pursuing Batmobile.
He blocked me off.
That night, the late edition news headlines the results of the Battle of Wits. Batman saves loot, but Calendar Man escapes. And elsewhere, the Calendar Man makes a grim vow.
Batman's clever, but he's not clever enough to stop me, and not clever enough to realize the 5th season is a clue to my identity.
While in the secret Batcave beneath the Wayne Mansion,
The 5th season? What is it? What does it mean?
Forget it now, Robin. Let's concentrate on what summer suggests. The hot sun, baseball, beaches, pretty girls in bathing suits.
That's it! The Gotham Bathing Beauty Contest tomorrow, and the $50,000 cash prize to the winner.
Exactly. And luckily, Bruce Wayne is one of the judges. So I'll be there, Robin, waiting for the Calendar Man.
Next day at the Gotham Hotel's indoor swimming pool, TV cameras record a parade of beauty. But one judge's eyes are concentrating elsewhere.
He could be coming from anywhere. The side doors, the roof.
At that moment, like a miniature sun, a dazzling shape descends from the sky to make a dramatic entrance.
The Calendar Man, costumed to suggest the heat of the summer sun.
Oh,
Now you'll see concentrated heat from the miniature electro dynamo I've strapped to my waist inside my suit. Tss.
instantly, steam hisses from the pool's water, shrouding all like a dense fog.
Ha! Tss. Help! Ah!
In the confusion, Bruce and Dick slip away for a swift change of garb.
There he is, with his 2 henchmen. They've got the prize money.
Quick, Robin, the diving board.
The diving board bends and hurls 2 lithe figures across the length of the pool.
Yep, where'd they come from?
Quickly, the Calendar Man springs to this TV spotlight nearby and...
Didn't you know you can't look directly at the bright sun without becoming temporarily blinded? Ha 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 ha. Ugh, that light! Can't see!
And by the time the eyes of Batman and Robin adjust to normal,
There he goes, along the terrace. We can't let him escape with that money.
Actually, something interesting about this panel, it looks like a reproduction of the cover for when Alfred's first appearance. It looks pretty much the same pose. It's like an identical pose. But it's drawn differently, though. I can tell it's drawn differently. But
They say that the summer sun can get so hot you can fry eggs on the sidewalk. Let's see if that's true. Ah! The walk's so hot I can't not stand on it.
Then we'll have to chase him off the walk.
flipping forward from pennant pole to pennant pole, the pair continues its pursuit.
He ducked into the hall. We've got him now.
But inside, the crime fighters halt before a fantastic sight.
Get back, Robin. He's starting to glow.
Weirdly, red tongues of flame flare from the Calendar Man, turning him into a man of fire.
We can't get near him now.
Robin, there's only one way we can eclipse that sun. The best method of smothering a fire is with a rug. That's it, Robin. Wrap it around him. Make it tight, so no air can get in to feed the flames.
But when they finally unwrap the figure, a dummy with a built-in heat generator that he planted here to block us from stopping his escape.
Yes, he escaped. And with the prize money, the Calendar Man has won the second match.
And while elsewhere,
Ha ha! Batman has finally met his master. He'll never stop me, and he'll never guess the secret of the 5th season.
afterward in the Batcave, let's not think of what the newspapers will say. Let's think about his next seasonal crime, autumn.
Autumn, the time of falling leaves, windstorms, football games.
Next day, without warning, A freak windstorm suddenly hits one city street.
Where'd that wind suddenly come from?
I can hardly see.
Ha ha ha! Batman thought I'd be stealing the gold football trophy from Gotham College, but instead I'm taking this town by storm, as an autumn storm made by my wind machine. Blinded by the stinging dust, the guards of the armored truck fall easy prey to the Calendar Man's henchmen. This crime will create a storm about Batman. Ha ha ha! Hearing of the robbery via their police radio, Batman and Robin arrive too late.
Poor Batman, beaten again.
It's finally happened. Batman's met his match.
Later in the Batcave,
Robin, I'm convinced the best way to stop the Calendar Man is to solve the meaning of the 5th season.
true, but he'll be pulling a winter crime next. Winter means snow, cold, ice.
Ice. Diamonds. The annual diamond exhibit tomorrow. You'll strike there, I'm sure of it. And this time, we'll be ready for him.
Sure enough, the following day at a colorful diamond show,
It's snowing.
Snow? Inside a building?
a moment later,
Ha ha! Artificial snow blown through the ceiling ventilators. I've taken them by surprise. Now I'll help myself to the most precious diamond here.
but suddenly, erupting from a gigantic papier-mâché diamond,
Batman and Robin! You take care of his pals, Batman. I'll go after the Calendar Man.
as Robin pursues the bizarre snowman figure.
That kid doesn't know I've hijacked a street cleaning machine to wet down this gutter just in case. Now, I'll aim my concentrated cold gun.
Abruptly, the water turns to ice as the Calendar Man kicks off his boots to reveal a novel method of escape.
I'll bet it's the first time he ever saw a snowman ice skating.
From the balcony of the building, Batman observes Robin's dilemma.
Robin will never catch up to the Calendar Man that way. Maybe that advertising sign will give me a shortcut.
Borrowing the skis from the sign, Batman zooms down the sloping roof of a nearby building.
Uh-oh, Batman's almost as tricky as I am, but only almost.
Even as Batman alights, the wily Calendar Man leaps atop a vehicle he had hidden just for such an emergency.
Too bad, Batman. You didn't know about my jet sled. Ha ha!
Zoom! Later, it is a desperate, despondent duo that returns to the Batcave.
Tomorrow's the 5th day, our last chance to catch him. So far we failed, Robin. Failed to catch him or figure out what the meaning of this 5th season.
It could mean anything. A time, his hideout, his identity. You'll have to be a magician to figure out what it means.
Magician, of course. That's the answer. And it's right here in the newspapers that first appeared with the story of the Calendar Man's challenge.
Appearing for only 5 days before leaving for Europe, Maharaja, the magician on the stage of the Bijou Theater.
That's one reason he had to complete his crimes in 5 days. He would only be in Gotham City for 5 days.
Sure, and only a magician could have dreamed up those tricky gimmicks he used. Soon in his room where the Calendar Man plots his final crime,
Tomorrow will bring the 5th season crime. Tomorrow, I'll seed the clouds over Gotham City with dry ice. Tomorrow, I'll make it rain.
Tomorrow you'll be in jail. Batman and Robin!
deftly the trained hand of the magician flashes to his turban and,
One thing you didn't know about was my instant unwrapping turban.
and before the crime fighters can recover from their surprise,
You're smart, Batman, but I'm smarter.
That blackboard, it's a calendar of coming stage attractions, so the stagehands can get certain props ready in advance. How ironic, a calendar tripping up the Calendar Man. The next calendar he'll be on is in the court calendar, giving the date of his trial.
Batman, I know the ad saying that he was only appearing in town for 5 days is one clue to his identity, but what about the 5th season?
In India, the natives refer to 5 seasons, the 5th season being the monsoon or rainy season. That, plus the 5 days added up to a magician who had the Indian name Maharaja.
I don't know how to pronounce that, so sorry I butchered that. But anyway, so I'm going to read the second story, which is a Martian Manhunter story. So John Jones, Manhunter from Mars. Criminal mastermind Monty Moran was proud of his bizarre getaway gimmicks, and even when John Jones, the amazing detective from Mars, used even greater powers to thwart his plans, the crime boss still had the ultimate weapon that would earn him underworld fame as the Getaway King. What a fantastic getaway gimmick the crime car is using.
Those crooks will make a clean getaway, unless I think of a way to stop them.
At the city planetarium, one day, armed thugs strike swiftly. There's a police squad car outside. You'll never get away with this.
Ha ha, you'll be surprised.
Instants later, the hold-up men barrel into a strange getaway vehicle. Police! Crooks just got our weekend receipts.
What? I thought that crazy car was a part of the planetarium exhibit. After him, Jim.
But as the squad car leaps ahead in pursuit, an incredible occurrence takes place. Look, the thing's separating into 3 sections, and each one is taking a different street.
Yes, 2 of the 3 are empty, electronically driven shells, and we can't tell which one contains the crooks and the loot.
Luckily, the alarm also summons Detective John Jones, who is secretly John Johns, the Manhunter from Mars.
The Earth policemen may not be able to tell one vehicle from another, but I can.
And as he assumes his invisible Martian form,
my X-ray vision easily detects which car contains the thugs.
Then, as he concentrates the X-ray's heat on the tires of the fleeing car,
Yipe! Our tires are swelling up. Naturally, the heat is expanding the air inside the tires.
Moments later, look, that's the crime car. What a break. Their tires burst. Now our chance to get them.
Guess I'm not needed around here anymore.
That same day, in the secret laboratory hideout of criminal mastermind Monty Moran. Monty, the boys almost got away, but their tires blew. Tough luck. But it doesn't matter, because we're only testing my ordinary getaway gimmicks right now. Wait until you see my ultimate weapon. The police won't have a chance when it's completed. Days later, as another gang crew of Monty Moran's flees a holdup, we've got those art thieves boxed in now.
Right, they're heading up a dead-end street. Let's nab them.
But to the policeman's astonishment, Great Scott! A belt and barring machine drilling a hole through that stone wall! A triumph for Mastermind Moran? It certainly looks that way, until another lawman arrives.
The crime car now has a clear route to Highway 201, unless I do something about it. That puddle of water gives me an idea.
Once again, the switch to his invisible Martian guise, and
the heat caused by the friction of my body spinning at super speed is vaporizing the water in the puddle.
And as the heavy steam rises,
Martian super lung power comes in handy at a time like this.
Within seconds,
I can't see an inch in front of me. I gotta stop. A freak fog stymied the crime car. Surround them.
Shortly after, at the laboratory hideout.
Hear what happened, Monty? The police nabbed Mike and the boys on that art museum job.
Who cares? Nothing else matters. Now that my super getaway weapon is perfected. Now we're ready for the crime of the century. Meanwhile, at police headquarters,
Jones,
We'll never end the crimes of this getaway gang until we capture the mastermind behind them.
you're right, Chief, and I'll try to do just that, if I get the chance.
It is the following morning when the getaway gang strikes again.
We're too late. Someone in the bank must have set off the alarm while we were still there. We'll never make it. Oh, yes, we will. Get in the car.
Then, as the squad car takes up the chase,
Oh no, the crime car! It's a disguised plane! Calling Chief Harding. Attention!
presently, as the airborne crime car banks for a landing,
We made it! Right, and the cops don't even know where we went.
but unknown to the thugs,
Lucky I was in Chief Harding's office when the alarm came in,
and reached the scene in time to hitch a ride. Then, as the invisible sleuth from outer space climbs a telephone pole,
Notify all cars of hideout position. A deserted boathouse at the tip of Craven's Bay. Come at once.
then, as the Martian uses his fantastic power to walk through solid objects,
We'll make our getaway via submarine, where we can reach through this secret tunnel. Who knows? We may not even have to use my super getaway gimmick.
suddenly,
Look, Monty, the police!
Ha ha! I was wrong. I'll be able to try out my super weapon after all.
No idea what it is, but I must stop him.
but for once, the Martian Manhunter is too late.
Watchmen, a fantastic force field that catapults their bullets right back at them.
The police have begun shooting. Must save them from their own bullets. Best way I know is to fly about at super speed and catch the bullets before they even reach the force field. Strange, our bullets don't seem to be having any effect,
And we're practically out of ammunition.
Soon, as the sound of the firing dies away,
Now that I've collected all the police bullets, I'll slip back into the boathouse and put them to work.
a scant instant later,
Yo, some super gimmick! Instead of making those bullets bounce back, they're coming at us like a swarm of bees!
and as John Johns unleashes his last handful,
Yoink, get me out of here!
We surrender. Just get us away from those
Crazy bullets!
and so later back at headquarters,
That Monty Moran, he certainly has some amazing gimmicks.
Wish I could tell you about some of mine, Chief.
the end. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.